my events and everything I do are peaceful here until my brother shows up. My brother makes everybody nervous. He's a wild boy. He's uncontrollable. Right. Even me, like when I step to my brother, I gotta step to him to brawl. Like, yo.
No, because y'all from the same bloodline, and what kind of bloodline you got? Barbarian, nigga. So it's two barbarians looking at each other like, bro, what you doing? He like, what you doing?
I got the name Barbarian from Mark Lowe, who died. He named me the Barbarian. You know, for my many knockouts. I'm the cleanup man when, you know, we having a big brawl and you getting beat up. After I finish my dude off, I come help you. Even Frankie Boo used to tell me that all the time. I helped Frankie Boo a bunch of times. Frankie Boo get busy. But there was times when we were younger, Frank was skinny. So, you know, I was bidding.
Mad tall, but skinny.
But, you know, I was bidding early, so I learned the game of bidding was about being brolic. Because when when I was bidding, adolescence was from 16 to 21. So niggas was in there like this. You coming in a little skinny kid and this grown man like this super cop diesel trying to dominate everything. So if your razor wasn't good, you learned to nigga start doing those push-ups. Nigga, I was doing 500 in the morning, 500 at night. So I made sure I was that big nigga. You know what I mean? Doing them bids. So
and you at the same time when you was in there, you was feeding them well too. With them Chef Survival Kit joints. My dude, when them coming back though?
Oh, I like I said, I'll be talking about it, but the new season is what nobody expects because everybody stole my idea, everybody stole my concept. So I thank everybody who did that because all y'all made me do was revamp it to make sure you can never steal my idea.
Steel sharpen steel. You feel me? So it just made your plan a little more because I remember you was in my ear about the Food Network was in your ear, right?
No, Master Chef.
Thank you. Sorry.
Master Chef.
Sorry.
What year was that?
Sorry.
Master Chef was actually fans of my show.
Sorry about all
that. Been there, rock that, just turned into Drink Champs. You already know once the bottles.
You're ready.
Shout out to Drink Champs.
Yo, no doubt. Salute.
Award-winning Drink Champs.
What up?
Salute everybody that's on here right now.
Nah, it's love, man. You know, we just having fun, man. This is like a regular conversation.
That's having people chilling.
So, we're gonna keep it moving. So the barbarian thing then extended to the barbarian thing.
Nah, it never. When I first started rapping, my name was Big Vic the Barbarian as a rapper.
Brother.
It took me
you
a
a legend
couple of
right
months
now. You know what it is.
Before I became thirsty.
Spread the word. Let people know.
Till I found myself
legendary
that
shit.
character.
What led to that transition?
Subscribe. Tell somebody. Get active.
The summer of 1996, right? You know, in Brownsville, my house was that spot. Everybody's at my crib. So when I started rapping, I was really serious. And so that summer I decided to get out of Brownsville for the summer and go stay in my sister's crib in Massachusetts, where it's quiet, peaceful. First of all, I went to the rap battles in DC to compete and all that, right? With BET and Rap Sheet magazine, and
that wasn't the Rap Olympics.
Nah, this was before that. Okay. So I believed I was the greatest freestyler in the world because I was so nice off the top of the head. I battled everybody you could imagine, right? So that year when I went to the Rap Sheet battles, they showed me that I wasn't the best freestyler. I met an MC by the name of MC Juice, who was actually my partner, the person I had to share my room with and everything.
Man.
He showed me, he showed me that I wasn't the greatest freestyler in the world, but I was the best written writer they ever seen. And I thought the opposite. I thought my writing wasn't what my freestyle was. So when I seen my true strength, I went away that summer to focus on the strength I just found out I had. Because you know, even though I was a rap fiend all my life, I never was an artist. Right. I never was into this.
But you loved the sport.
I loved the art, period. Every form of it. Not just loved it, I was a fiend, like a crackhead. Loved their shit. So when I went to
Massachusetts, just loved all elements of it.
Yeah, everything about it.
I remember. Right.
So when I went to Massachusetts that summer, I stayed just for the summer. Got me a job there, just to work for the summer. And I stayed in my sister's crib, bought a desk, and all I did was write every day. When I left there 2 months later, I was Thurston Howlthe the 3rd.
What year
because
was that?
1996.
1996. Just want to make sure this shit's all good. Sorry about that. We're good. So then you became Thurston Howlthe the 3rd.
I became Thurston Howlthe after that, and then I saw my strengths. I was learning myself as an artist. All this was new to me. I was intertwined into what was going on in the streets more than anything. Before that, like, breakdancing was my ultimate passion. All I did was practice every day. All I did was go everywhere to battle. I battled everybody in Brownsville. I went to every project. I went to the clubs. I went to the Roxy's. This is the time and era of Beach Street and all that.
And one of your family members was a heavy.
Oh yeah, my cousin Ness was one of the incredible breakers. They developed a lot of the moves that you see today.
Talk about it.
So stuff like that, but I never loved nothing more than hip hop in my life. I love hip hop more than my mother.
And the thing is, you crazy. I know you saluted Crazy Legs properly, where he invited you to his event in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Puerto Rock City. This last summer or something?
Yeah, the summer that just passed.
Right.
As you know, Crazy Legs came last year and supported our event majorly. And we did a fundraiser at the event for, Hurricane Maria and all that. But Crazy Legs is also somebody that I would see in the Roxy's back in them days, you know what I mean? And that I would come to get busy and all that. But to see what he became, I was proud. And
an ambassador for Red Bull.
And an inspiration to everybody, because he was like the first major star. Not only that, I always look at Crazy Legs, in not to say in comparison to me or whatever, but he carried Rocksteady on his back for it to be what it is today. You know what I mean? The same way I carried lowlifes on my back to make sure certain things happen and all that. So I seen him in that perspective and like, wow, like he is the reason Rocksteady is global. He is the reason that it's a cultural thing at the same time, more than just a dance, and people live it, you know what I mean? And we some Puerto Rican motherfuckers with razor blades and all that.
And talking about Puerto Rican motherfuckers, he helped a lot of them when he goes and does his charity work in Puerto Rico with all the hurricane and whatever had happened, with the that weather thing. You know what I mean? The hurricane, where he came and now he helping people fix their homes and stuff like that. Whatever he can, he does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that's coming from his heart. You know what I mean? Not his feet. No more.
Gotta salute that, man.
No doubt.
I salute that man all day. He already knows it. I salute all the Puerto Ricans who carry, this hip hop. Because we are the co-founders of this, and he's somebody that was there from the gate.
Do you think that's something that's underappreciated? Because when you were talking about being the only Puerto Rican growing up in an all-black neighborhood, like Fat Joe's told a similar story doing the same thing in the Bronx. Like, do you think Latinos in hip-hop don't get the recognition they deserve, or?
In some sense, you know what I mean? But anybody who really lives the culture doesn't deny it. And those are the only opinions that matter to me.
But you always show love to all Latino artists. Like Hurricane G, you got a lot of songs done with her, right?
A lot of projects. Yeah, Hurricane is a groundbreaking artist, with a skill that not many ever seen type stuff. So it's like, me working with her is like it complements what I'm doing. Like we complement each other and our stuff, But and it's all love and respect, man. And you know me, man. I rock with everybody, white, black. I'm against racism like a motherfucker. I ain't with none of that. All my people is of every color. Everybody who ever helped me in this life is of every color.
Every shade.
Yeah, every shade, man. I'm against that bullshit, like, massively.
And that inclusion expands to, you know, the global expansion, seeing chapters being in Japan, and you went out there, and you know, to me, my Japan trip was fucking life changing. Like, have you been out there more than once? Or?
I just went once, man. That
How
was enough
was
to
it?
convince me,
Well,
man.
Yeah.
Because when I went out there, the first thing I said is like, yo, I go back, I'm going 6 months. Like, I need to be out there.
No, but that book signing was like monumental, and it was needed, and he connected with all the right heavy hitters.
You know, it was good that they
of Japan and of the right city, where like Harajuku and getting with my man Dak Low. Well, our low brother Dak Low, that has an establishment that came to New York, learned the culture, went back to his.
Can you tell that story a little bit? Because like I just found out Dak Low's story from you. Like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Dak Low been around since like the early 90s or whatever. He came to New York to do his college or whatever, and then came, learned the low-life history properly from the right people, went back to Japan, opened a barbershop, giving Japanese kids fades and all New York type of haircuts. And then next door to the barbershop is a consignment shop.
Yeah. It's not all in one. It's insane.
And not with a whole bunch of bullshit low.
Yeah.
Like a mansion and the layout and everything, how he has it behind glass cases and all that, you would
think it was official Ralph Lauren.
Thank you.
It is
but like you think it was corporate making it.
Yes.
Exactly. But I would say 2 blocks away from him is the Harajuku Ralph Lauren.
Yeah. And Harajuku's the hub.
That's the
in
biggest
Tokyo.
low mansion I ever seen anywhere.
Thank you.
They got wings, like there's this wing. They got the dog wing.
And the Chicago one's big.
The dog section. Did you hear me? This is another episode of Nah, it was serious out there. One thing I've seen about Japan, they could compete against New York. And not many places could compete against New York.
Yo, and everyone out there is
everybody, yeah.
Grandfathers,
he ain't
dogs.
just go out there to do his book signing and meet the people and shake hands and kiss the babies.
Music
he
video
shot
came
a
out.
music video.
Yeah, elaborate on that.
Yo,
Let me tell you what's crazy.
If anyone has that Japan jacket, wants to let that go.
I wrote the song before I got on the plane, and I recorded it before I went to the airport.
Whoa.
While I was on the plane in the flight, all I was doing was listening to it to memorize it. 'Cause everywhere I go, I have to make it counterproductive. I have to do more than one thing. So I thought about everything I might do or might see or might feel, and I added into the song. Yo, when I went out there, I didn't even have a cameraman or nothing. I posted on the internet, I need a cameraman, I'm in Japan. Yo, motherfucker showed up in 5 minutes to the restaurant I was in. I had options. Not Japanese people, black people, Mexicans, white, different kind of people. So I met this one dude, Chito. His name was Chito. Mexican dude from LA or whatever. Right? So he was like, I'll roll with you every day if you want. We shot that video with like a phone. Every day. Like one of them little real mini cameras. Everywhere I went.
Like a GoPro type of, right.
Nah, not even.
Oh, not even?
Like a regular little digital camera you take pictures with.
Right.
But it's HD. Everywhere I went, he shot for me. Every single day, rolled with me everywhere I went.
Documented,
you know what I mean?
everything.
Yeah,
right.
Sanchito, that's his name. You know what I mean? Much respect to him.
Salute.
So I was like, yo, I'll give you the credit. I edited the video and everything myself. You know what I mean? But I saw so much stuff out there that I never seen in America and never seen in New York. I went to one store. They had polo steps, nigga. The stairs was horsey everything on the steps. Their vintage stores was like hoarder status.
Thank you.
Piles of knitted sweaters, piled the fuck up to where you couldn't walk through the store. You squeezing through the garment. It was that cluttered with look.
You sure you wasn't in my closet?
Yo,
If I was in your closet, I would have had something on right now. Cause you know me, I do inspections everywhere I go. I gotta make sure you ain't got nothing my size in there. That's
Come
real
on, brother Low, what you doing with this? You don't need that.
Yo, you sure?
right. Yo, that's not your size, man.
Niggas hate me when I come around. Yo, I be like, inspection.
That's it.
Nah, yeah, you holding those, son. Trust me, I ain't never get to go through your shit yet. No, but I know I'm still slimming down enough to get that Crayola.
I see you.
You know what I mean? At some point, I'ma fit it.
That's the third. Next time you in Brooklyn, he gonna let you. He gonna.
Nah, I already knows all up. Just
Yeah.
like everybody, man. We all give up anything. People come to my crib, I be giving away everything. I don't care. Cause it's the same everywhere I go. Mad people just give me shit, man. So. You know, I don't hold the value to the garment like that. I'm willing to share it and give it away, and you know, it comes back so much.
It comes back when you do that. It comes
back so much, man. It's
and
unbelievable.
Just the culture of swapping and everything like that extended it and built it out. And you know, you talk about Japan, like I, due to age, had to do a lot of catching up, and I'm still doing it. I'm far behind, but I'm grabbing pieces that I grew up loving and watching y'all put on and like show out with, and about half of the joints I get off eBay are coming from Japan.
Yeah,
you know,
they holding over there. They holding.
Yeah.
It's not a game.
Yeah, they got collections over there. Like nobody.
I want to shout out one time Linkle in Kyoto. One of the illest stores I've ever been in. You went in, if you walked in there, you would assume it was like a double RL store. Like, they just had all the Southwestern Aztec prints and all the vintage Pendleton and all these different pieces. Like the aesthetic of the store is crazy.
So you said Kyoto.
In Kyoto. Hi.
Yo, you know what I know? You know I watched a million karate movies.
Yeah.
I never knew what hype mean. Like they go hype. And yo, when I was out there, I was like, yo, what the fuck does hype mean? Nigga said it means yes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? When niggas fighting, they like, yes,
Take that.
I swear to God, that fucked my head all this time. I never knew what that was. It just means yeah.
Yeah, take that. Yeah.
And then I you know who I hung out with? Yogo Low, right? Yogo Low took me around.
Happy belated birthday to Yogo.
Yeah, happy birthday. I shouted him out
No
online
doubt.
too. Let me tell you, Yogo is like the most subtle, cool, calm dude. He's like this all the time. But when he speaks, like he's like barking like in a Godzilla movie bark. You know what I mean? I was like, wow.
That's the Brooklyn in him.
That's
Because
real,
you know he saved up his money, worked hard to take a flight to Brooklyn, and then when he DM'd me, and you know he was like, yo, you know I saved up all this money for my airfare. I opened up my doors and let him. I held him down for the week. It was doing the low goose on the dudes that Rag Low does. I pulled them up to certain events. I let him meet Big Boo. I let him meet Rag. I let him meet a whole bunch of people. People kidnapped him from my crib just to have a day with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it helped me. It let him interact with everybody. He did special artwork for everybody, drawings.
Yeah, cool.
He gave it to them, and yo, Arigato gozaimasu means thank you very much. And he just was thanking everybody from originals to whoever he met and shook hands with for thanking you for doing what he do. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And even when I touched back out there, like how Thirst said he went over there.
Yeah, he came out. I didn't even know he took a train ride for like 4 hours.
Thank you.
Just to come see me and help me
because
get
he
around.
lives a distance in Japan.
Yeah,
you know what I
help
mean?
me get around. You know what I mean? Just and he didn't speak a lick of English.
Not at all.
You know what I mean? But yo, I fuck with Yogo, and he told me even out there like some of the Japanese didn't see him as a low life. I'm like,
right.
They see you with us, nigga. They ain't none of them with us. You with us.
Let them know. Exactly.
They should know now if they didn't know before. And he's a DJ, you know. I make sure I go on records.
He do production. Yeah.
Somebody who lived the culture, man.
Like you said, it don't matter where you from. Even if you don't talk our language, you talk our low movement language. So it all works collectively.
And they'll be about every element too. Like they love hip hop in a way that we don't get to see every day in New York, because there's a certain level of people being jaded about it, or you have to be in a certain specific spot to really get all the elements and stuff. You go there, people are doing moves that older than me, like they're doing that. You know,
even they break dancers on a whole nother
it's
level.
crazy.
I've been talking, you know, I'm talking to my man Marquess all the time because he frequenting around the world teaching dance classes and doing his own judging of dance contests and stuff like that. But I'll be in his ear like, yo, fam, only thing Japanese and other people around the world dancing ain't doing, they ain't levitating. All they gonna do is have to float off the air and they winning because they doing everything else. Yo, the breakdance thing, when you see that Red Bull breakdance battle,
whole nother level,
worldwide,
Professional.
dude, these dudes are doing so much amazing stuff with that break. I mean, I'll be like, yo, he cheating. I know he a gymnast. Just the way he's doing what he do.
That's what I mean. He training hard.
Right.
You are preaching.
It's all about training.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm a breakdancer. I train every single day. It's like I'm a fighter.
Right.
I train, regardless of what anybody thinks or knows. I train nothing, but I train. Every day I wake up and I train. So as a breakdancer, man, that was my whole life, man. And I was that good because none of these niggas are practicing or training. So I would go run, I would stretch, I would do everything right. I would stretch just so my windmills could be wider.
That's it.
And shit like that. You know, I practice my handcuffs. I would do all the different things to make me better than
that momentum.
The next man.
Yeah, no doubt. Crazy. It's crazy that Thirst is on here. We're not talking about clothes a lot and this. We're talking about family. We're talking about building. We're talking about work. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everything and practice at whatever craft you gotta do to prevail to where this man.
Master your craft, man.
This man came from a long way. You know what I mean? And it's good to just sit him down here at 305.
Yeah, I haven't seen Thirst in a while, man.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm so Miami now.
Last time I saw you was in Brooklyn. Remember we were at what was that? Hip Hop Festival. You was with Spit Gems.
All right. Yeah. Wow, that was 2015 when I came to the Jam
3 years ago.
So just regarding how the current state of music and you being a veteran of the game for so long and still going, are there any new artists that intrigue you? Is there anyone that you're currently listening to that you care about?
Let me tell you, I drove this morning down from Orlando, right? 4-hour drive.
Thank you for pulling.
I was listening to Sirius Radio, the 1950s channel of music. I'm at a stage in my life where I study all the music that I didn't learn about or that I didn't know about before. And I see where everybody got this or that from. Right. Like hip hop wise, and the fact that I work so much, I don't listen to anyone. I don't listen to nothing. Like if you give me a CD, I might listen to it when I work out. That's the best chance I get, but I'm always working to where I don't get time to absorb, and I'm real critical on what I'm letting into my consciousness and what I'm looking at or listening to. So
talk about
it has to be something that's gonna inspire me, teach me. You know, even with my family, I'm like that. I could walk in the room and if there's something on television that I don't think is good for your mentality, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is you doing? Shut that shit off. You know what I mean? So I'm just at that stage of where I'm just so busy working that I'm not listening to anyone. If I'm listening to anything, I'm listening to stuff before me to learn. Right. You know what originated this or that and shit like that.
So you know? I mean, with like you said with your music, you said it's like it has a newfound popularity. So how you been dealing with that? Because now you're saying like it's getting more popular before than it was. Because you always create music. Like as long as I know you always is putting out music. But how does it feel now that you saying you're getting that newfound popularity with the music and stuff?
It feels good, man. You know, I my work is being recognized, so you know I'm loving it, and it's making me work harder because I know now that people are actually listening. Like and like I said, I'm studying and trying to do things I never did before. I'm trying to be original with yo, I'm doing salsa songs now. I'm singing them shits. I did a doo-wop song the other day. I did every vocal tone of a doo-wop group myself.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I'm experimenting with what I'm capable of doing. You know, I imitate voices. I just did a karate movie. I did every single voice in the karate movie myself. Every different character.
And well, one of your brother Lowe's from down here,
B1
passed away.
Yeah, B1. Rest in peace.
B1. Yeah. You already know.
He got killed last summer, man. When I came back from New York, the same day I came back, I got the call he got murdered that night before I arrived.
Look out for that Kung Fu flick though.
Yeah, but we debuting the Kung Fu flick tomorrow night at the film festival. Or should I say tonight?
Tonight, because we
finally
already in the wee hours.
Yeah, you know, Box is real critical.
You already.
On how he work, and not only that, man, I stack up the work on people's backs. So it's like sometimes we shoot stuff, it don't come out for a year or two, only because a year or two before that we shot some other stuff that we still putting together, and we shoot massive stuff, man. Like look at my catalogs of music videos alone. Like right now, I just dropped Elmer Flood video, right? Just to show some versatility, just to show people like. There was no polo needed in this video. It's for me to get my point across or to show you I got skills, I'm creative. It's not about the polo.
But you had your Oshkosh farmer jump on though.
And I returned it when the video was over. They ain't know. Elmer Flood is gonna be a continuous character on the cooking show.
Even
that was a hint right there.
I did some research too, Thirst, and you and a handful of artists, you know, y'all were the only ones that really was doing like hip hop in Spanish. Cause you did some songs just straight Spanish.
Yeah. Well, I always do Spanglish. I never do full Spanish because I'm not a full Spanish kind of dude. You know what I mean? I'm a Brownsville nigga who. I only know Spanish because most, when at my younger age, like I said, my mother did it a lot. So in the beginning, I would be left with my grandmother, who was from Puerto Rico and didn't speak no English. So I know Spanish because of her and things like that. So I felt in the beginning of hip hop, there were a lot of rappers rapping in Spanish that people don't know about.
Right.
And when I used to hear those verses in the beginning, I was highly impressed at the skill level and that they weren't ashamed. Like, growing up in Brownsville and stuff like that, I saw other Puerto Ricans and Spanish people at times that were almost ashamed to be Spanish or like it was belittling to speak the language. And I was one of them dudes like, nigga, I'm Puerto Rican, nigga, I'm proud of this shit. And even my black friends were the ones saying, yo, nigga, you should rhyme more in Spanish. That shit sound crazy.
That's hot. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think I set the tone for a lot of people to be proud of their heritage and to show that you can still have skill and rep it and all that, but rep it. And it's something nobody was doing, man. I'm about setting the bar, you know what I mean? And putting it together. And I still to this day don't think nobody can fuck with me when it comes to that Spanglish shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm Brownsville speaking Spanish.
No doubt.
That's not happening too often in this world.
You don't get that blood like that.
But like you said, that's a very important thing that you said about people like respecting their heritage and being proud of who you are. Because even like you saying, I'm Brazilian. Back in the days, nobody wanted you. They didn't want to know you. And they would think to say something else. Just having that thing to be proud of who you are.
I've always been proud of that.
You know what I'm saying? That's important.
I'm the Puerto Rican, man.
You're saying you gotta wear that flag.
Yep. And one thing about, people they respect Puerto Ricans or whatever until they got to Rikers Island and they saw what's not a game. If you ain't respect Puerto Ricans, you was scared of them now. So everybody knows what it is.
No doubt.
Barlow, what's up? Tell them some of your Puerto Rican stories.
So,
yo, the Puerto Ricans attacked me.
So what new projects you got on the horizon or stuff you can talk about? I know you got stuff.
A lot's close to the chest.
Right now, I'm waiting for the year to turn just so I can start getting some of this shit out my way. I've been I'm probably sitting on 4 or 5 albums right now. Me and Sadat got a project that's been done.
Yes,
like,
sir.
You know,
friend of the podcast.
Yep. You know, the Brother Low, we got the project coming out called The God and the General. The first video is called Eat These Bars. Fiending to drop all of this, but you know, we pushing and promoting the XL project first.
Yes,
You know what I mean? So salute to Elder Sensei.
So, friend of the podcast.
Can I ain't mean to cut you off, but can I get with that, the God and the General? I think the first video, y'all should just be Gucci down with mad double G shit.
Yeah, that's not, but everything is
said
finished. This was, you gotta understand, me, when I do projects and stuff, before they come out, they're probably completed a year to 6 months, fully complete. Artwork, videos, mixing, like
because
the project is finished.
You only talk about the project when it's done.
Yeah, because
always
a lot of people talk about it. I'm only mentioning it when I know I got it in my hand.
What's your line?
I'll show you better than I can tell you. Yes, no doubt.
And then it's another project like I'm fiending to put out, but I gotta put out God in General first. I finished my next Spanish project called Don Chicharron. Don Chicharron is like I'm rapping over straight salsa breaks. No reproducer, straight salsa, showing you some shit that I've never seen really done, hard body wise. You know what I mean? Don Chicharron. I got massive music videos to drop. I'm about to drop the Baby Lowhead's music video in the year. Jesus,
Talk about that.
Jesus and Young Low. You know what I mean?
That's the young coming up.
The future wave.
Yeah.
And you know, I just got mad collaborations, mad projects with a lot of people. Me and Planet Asia got an EP. You know what I mean?
East Coast,
Like,
West Coast.
you know, I'm working on some stuff with Super Nat. I can't talk about that right now. But you know, Super Nat, he's here. He's here, Mike. Right now. He's gonna be rocking, and then we going back to keep doing more work for the rest of the week. And you know, I'm just happy that I could work with people that inspire me.
And you work a lot with Hakeem Green from Channel Live.
Hawk is one of the hosts of the Skillmatics. You know, Hawk is part of the Low Life family.
I know what it is. Yeah, he was at the last Low Life barbecue.
Yep.
I chopped it up, and he told me he moved out here officially, and he close with you and my dude. Anytime
Hawk was always a dude like even in New York when he was on and popping. And I was nobody, he showed me a lot of love as an artist. Like, you know, when I first met him, I stepped to him to battle. I battled him and Benny Boom. Benny Boom was a rapper too.
Wow, shout out Benny Boom. Shout out Temple University.
Director.
So ever since then, Hot always opened his door to extend his hand. I go to his crib, we rap. You know, he's a superstar at the time.
Right.
And I'm nobody. He extended his hand, showed me love. So as soon as he came out here, yo, Hot, what's up? We here, nigga. You got a family, you got love. It's the same love you showed me, same love we got for you over here. So
you saying that you wasn't nobody. Nah, you was somebody because you was around them type of people, and I think
that was in the street. I was approaching.
Yeah, but I mean, people, places, and things.
Yeah.
If you ain't around them type of people to buck up with
let
them,
me rephrase that I wasn't established.
There you go. That's what I want to hear.
He was the more established artist, but
that's it.
He was humble.
Thanks.
You know, extended his hand to do shit together. So,
where it got y'all relationship to where it is now, that he's down with the family, he's hosting Low Life Weekend.
My crib like that. We work, and you know, we do shit together, man. We keeping hip hop alive out here, and we just living it, even if we don't have a reason or a cause for what we doing. We just living our lives, man.
No doubt.
So I tell everybody, live it or leave it alone, nigga. Stay the fuck away from me if you're not. This is what we about, man. This is what I'm about every day. Every day I wake up. This is what I'm gonna do.
So anything with the fashion in 2019? You gonna like Low Life brand or something you gonna do like besides that or
a lot of limited edition pieces coming out.
Nah, as you see, I do a bunch of shit regardless. So I can't speak on a lot of things.
2019.
Let's just be real. I don't want to say.
It's like 2019 is so close.
I let it
There's a lot of things coming up, but it's gonna happen.
So across it all, just you're still so active doing everything, and you got a backlog of things that are coming out. Is there one thing that you want regarding like your legacy, like that you want to be remembered for doing specifically?
I just want to be remembered for the man I am. To my people, to my family. Like, everybody would have a different version of the person you would know of me, you know what I mean? Because I'm different with everyone. I deal with people accordingly. Some people might tell you I'm a piece of shit, you know, I'm the worst nigga, and because that's who they asked to meet, or that's who they asked to see.
Shit. That's who they asked to meet.
Get what you asked for.
Exactly.
And I give you what you asked for. You show me love, give me love 10 times over. Show me some bullshit,
you gonna get the bullshit.
and if you know me, anybody who knows me at this point, I come open hand, open-heartedly, righteously, positive, and I'm willing to help. I'm willing to do whatever that gotta be done for us, especially for the movement. Like, I'm all about the movement. Like, one thing about what I did, and when I became an artist and all that, I made everybody famous at the same time, not just myself. I made all my brothers famous.
Yes.
I made Disco famous, I made Haz famous. Anybody who had something to do with instilling what I am, everybody knows. Just like every dead low-life, people know who they are because I spoke of them all the time.
Yes.
Marco Polo is famous.
Yes.
Boostin' Billy is famous.
Yes. Salute.
And they don't even exist in this world anymore. But we did everything, or I did everything I had to do to make sure that we all prospered. I helped push everyone who wanted to be an artist. Like, when I started rapping and I started getting equipment and had a crib, I went to St. John's and said, yo, I got a studio. Everybody could come. I went to the Garden. Everybody could come. Everybody was. I didn't give a fuck who you were. As long as you was part of the team, it's free studio time. Come up in here and get busy. You know, and there was only few that actually came and got busy.
Took that opportunity.
And Rack was probably the hungriest one out of everyone. That's why Rack became who he is. You know what I mean? Because he took advantage and he had the hunger and he was willing to do the work for what it is today. You know, he helped carry this flag for what it is today.
Wave that banner high.
Yeah. And still, when it became in another light, you know, when we started doing it from that perspective, from a creative perspective. Because I'm a creative dude, man. Like,
all day.
I'm all about creativity. Like, and it's funny because, like, people be like, I can't see you like that. People say, like, people who love the cooking show, they be like, when they meet me in person, they be like, yo, you don't look funny. I'm funny.
Yeah.
But you gotta know, I'm not gonna joke with you. You know what I mean? But if you know me, I could joke with you. But I'm not a funny dude like that. I'm funny inside naturally, but I'm not with all that funny shit. Especially, I'm not joking with niggas. I don't play with people, son. I never played cards. I never played video games. I never played dominoes. I never played basketball. I never played no sports.
You don't play?
I don't play.
No play.
I don't play, man. That's just the truth.
Serious things I want.
He's about to
No doubt.
Hand dancing.
I defend myself. I won't say I enforce the peace. Is the way I put it.
He's an expert in the fisticuffs.
You know why? Because karma is real, man. When you're an aggressor, like I've been an aggressor in my life, and karma came to me instantly at times. You know, I robbed a nigga 11 o'clock at night, and I got robbed 3 in the morning for the same shit I robbed this nigga for. So I learned early what karma could do. You know, it was a lot of times karma never let me get away where, you know, I robbed a nigga and I get away with it, but then I get arrested for some other shit with the shit I just robbed and the police take it from me anyway. So I learned through so many different experiences that karma gonna see me, man. She got, you know, she gonna holler back, nigga. Like I asked for her phone number or something. Yo, what's your number, bitch? Like, yeah, you want my number? Yeah. But you know, consequences in life really taught me about all that, and they taught me that if I ain't gonna switch it up, then I ain't gonna be here. You know? I ain't gonna be here long.
For the long term.
Yeah.
Right.
And once I learned that and I made a transition, then life really became different, and I started to see so much more because I was of a positive light now, and the opportunities that opened up, everything changed when my mentality changed and I started being that way, not just fronting, really being about it and really living in that manner wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? Everything was different from there.
That's what's up.
And on that note,
Yes.
I think we need to wrap this up because Thurston has a lot of stuff to do.
Yes,
He's got early start tomorrow. We know there's going to be a part 2.
Yeah, we get part 2, man. That way y'all can write some questions down.
I think we have to record it in Brooklyn.
Yeah, well,
I
I'll
think
be
we gotta
right
have that
there.
energy. Yeah,
That's
so
it.
next time you're in town,
What's going on tomorrow, Thirst?
Oh, you already know Love and Loyalty Weekend 2018. Shout it out. It's crazy. Skillmatics on Saturday. That's what we call the event, and then we have the Skillusion Film Festival on Friday. We're gonna show the Drumfish Meets Frog style video.
I can't wait for that.
Legend of the Low Palm, the General Low shit.
In the making.
The documentary with
My grandparents,
yes.
you know, the love story of my grandparents, man, which is like my prequel to my
Bridge
life.
from Brooklyn to
Tells a lot of
Miami.
stuff, you know what I mean, about what was going on and, you know, why I'm here, period. And, you know, my grandmother, the Wynwood area of Art Basel,
Bronx to Miami.
my grandparents have been there so long, and they're a big staple of that community. Like, all the interactions with the community, and this, you know, the documentary points out a lot of that, you know what I mean? To show that the art, the creativity, the joy, everything always existed there before it even got gentrified. And when the neighborhood started to get gentrified and changed, you know, I was there at the right time, knowing that it was all changing to our favor and everything I do. So I took advantage of it, and I turned my grandmother's house into a venue.
Yes.
Because it was already a venue before all of this shit was happening. Like, as big as our Art Basel was, like that, that's as big as our family reunions be right there. Just like that.
Yo, and another thing, like last year, I remember, like the storm or whatever had damaged the grandma backyard, and you had to.
I fixed everything before the event.
Thank you.
And with these
Quick,
fans,
fast, in a hurry.
you
Yes.
see, cause I even went live after the storm, and you saw everything broken at the house. What people didn't see was the inside. The roof caved and everything. Yo, I went there with beams, with my we put everything to hold up that roof just to finish it, to get that event done, man. Like, yo, it destroyed the trees. It destroyed. Yo, we doing the podcast over here.
It was monumental. It was crazy.
Nah, it was crazy, man, cause the love that came, and you know, everything that happened. Honestly, a lot of people don't know this. That was the first year that New York dominated the event. Every year, like, you know, I tell all the low-life families everywhere, you gotta dominate your event with your city that you in. You don't need New York to come and make your event. If you're not dominating it with the people that's in your city, then you're not really being effective. Because if New York's coming, you preaching to the choir. You want to get the people who don't know about this, or the people who are new to this. That's what's making the movement grow or be what it is. So in Miami, for all these years, we filled it up and packed it with Miami alone, and we introduced them to a culture that they didn't know much about. We did it so much that New York
Had to
we
come.
had to be there because this is our shit. Y'all know everything y'all learned is us. You know what I mean? That's why niggas like Disco came, Barlow.
No doubt.
You know, like last year, yo, and you know what felt
Dark,
good?
Lifer, they brought politics as usual. Wow, they interviewed. It was
felt
crazy.
good that Miami was able to see everything I talk about, me about all the family being there.
True.
And the fact that our event was so big last year, this year's even going to be bigger. Because now people from all over the world. So shouting out Wynwood, shouting out all that, shouting out the podcast, been there, rock that. I might come up in here with my Benetton on next time. Or I might wear a motherfucking Lee suit. I don't know about Lee suits with graffiti on the back. You know what I mean? I might come in here with some Sergio Valente frames on. You know what I mean? Shit niggas don't know about British walkers. Like, I touched everything. Like, at first, when I first heard about the podcast, I thought it was about that, talking about the different styles. And I told Prince, yo, I can't wait to come on there so I could bring you the pictures of all of this different stuff. Because, like I said, everybody talk about what they did, but not too many people have that actual evidence. And when it comes to this hip-hop and fashion, I got so much evidence. Beaver Kangos, you know about the Beaver Kango?
Nah, they don't know about that.
You know how you speak about Beaver Kango with the baby oil? You know about the
Yo,
baby oil?
you gotta have it laying right, but then the West Indian dudes used to have like the Trinity flag would be on the side of my shit.
Yeah,
like the Guyanese nigga.
Like
yo, you from Guyana? You from Guyana?
Oh, hold on. I ain't tell you my Church Ave story.
Let's get it.
My Church Ave story. Now,
let's get it.
In the early 80s, 84 and all that, I used to work in Burger King on Church Ave and like Linden, by Linden and Remsen.
Right.
91st.
Now, it's crazy. Yo, I had so much problems working there with the Jamaicans and all that from church. You know, cause like I said, I'm a fly ass Puerto Rican nigga working in there. And I'm blazing all the Burger King chicks.
They ain't like that.
Yo, niggas used to come to fight me at the job, wait for me after work, try to run me. Yo, I went through so much drama in Flatbush just being at that job.
They're like, nah, man. The Spanish boy, nah, man.
No, but this is the days of Shower Posse, you know, like Scarface.
Right.
Scarface. Like, dudes really came through, and I had the bro, and yo, I was young, 15, 16, going through it. Like, you know, a lot of the chicks who worked in the Burger King were Jamaican chicks and all that.
Right.
And, you know, that Yankee boy shit was going down, and I'm getting caught. You know, I'm a hip hop nigga, so I'm smashing bitches in the face with milkshakes and all that, and they sicking dudes on me. So I'm going through drama, and yo, I worked there for a long time, and there was a bunch of Brownsville niggas working there, so we all was going through it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's when I learned how official Church Ave was and all that, because still, this is before I was bred properly or became the official nigga. I was still working my way up, so this was part of my transition of being tested and going at it, because you know this is different ethnic groups and all that to see, because a lot of
it's a melting pot.
a lot of ethnic groups that claim that gangster shit and all that, they only attack their own people, man. Like, if you see the movies like the Chinese attacking the Chinese in Chinatown, the Italians, and it's like that. So when you see other groups attacking each other, that means they fucking coming to prove what they are, or they been, and Jamaicans and all that in Flatbush, yeah, I salute them all day, because they helped me get built the way I am, man. For that Yankee boy, you Puerto Rican Yankee boy, I kill your lumber. You know
when I call you on the phone, how you answer the phone?
Way on, right?
Way on one boy.
Now, you know, I've been that way all my life. Everybody who speaks to me from Brownsville or whatever, everybody speaks to me in Jamaican.
No doubt.
Like, cause you know, in the Garvey, right, we have a muse where I used to live in one part of the Garvey, and then I moved into a bigger crib. And when I moved into this other crib, it was the Jamaican muse. So when I moved into the Jamaican move, B Born was the first one. Niggas start calling me Screechy. So my name became Screechy. Yeah, every time niggas Screechy. So Screechy, right? So everybody had a Jamaican name because we have B Born name is Levi. Oh, I'm getting him. So every time, it was mad funny. We played with that because, you know, we surrounded by all these cultures, so we basically embraced it. It's not like we making fun or we just embraced the different cultures. And you know, I was never Puerto Rican to nobody. Nobody ever looked at me that way. You know what I mean? You ain't come to my house and hear salsa music and shit like that. Like now.
Shit. Like a mix of music,
all body hip hop.
That's it. Oh,
that's all you heard coming out. My sisters listen to reggae. My mother listened to nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like that's what it was in my crib, man. Shit was crazy.
Wow. classic
That's-
episode.
Well, that's
Yeah, there's a lot, man.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
So
Part
third,
2 soon coming.
so where they
3
can
and
find
4.
you online.
You can find me in one of my promotional floods, cause we flooding this motherfucker, so it ain't hard to find me online.
Never that.
Know what I mean? But like I said, big up to the movement, man, and we all here together, and we all need to support each other, and you know, just I try to lead by example. Look at how we do our events. I wish we all came together and formulated our events together to make them as big as they can be, man. We influencing the world, you know, and trying to, you know, right now for what it is in hip hop, we're the only movement that's past, present, and future. That's just the truth. Like, we existed before a lot of this stuff happening, but we're present and we're continuously growing. No other movement is continuously growing the way we are. Not even the mainstream movements and artists and all that. Like, you know, we're deep rooted in what we're doing, and I want to see what it's gonna be in 10 years, cause it's not gonna die. It's gonna evolve into so much other. So I gotta tell everybody else, evolve or dissolve, nigga. Cause
Hashtag that.
you already know.
Word.
And I've been there and rocked that for real. State boots, all that.
No
Nigga
doubt.
don't know about that.
Prince, where can you find you?
Yeah, Prince Low, PRANCELO 24/7 on IG, on one of them Flatbush Church Ave corners on the Dollar Cab. Peace. Robbie Fingers.
Robbie Fingers, ROBBIEFINGERS, Twitter, Instagram, Queens Boulevard, I guess. Put it out there.
Dollar Cab Lab.
You're ready.
You been in the lab, niggas don't know about Dollar Cab Lab. It's like, we used to call that shit the Twilight Zone.
You were ready.
You go in
Shout
there
out
and
to
get
Special
stuck for
Ed.
days.
You were ready.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I used to be in Dollar Cab Lab all the time, man. Sleep there for day. I never got on the mic over there.
Wow.
I'm like, yo, Ed, I never got on the mic over there, man.
You gotta get that together. You gotta
Now, how
do
that
something.
Drew? Yo, Drew, man, let me get on
Right,
the mic,
right.
man. Yo, I'm working on Fee Project right now. That's when Fee and all of them was
It's heavy in there. Yeah. And guessing them. Yeah.
John, where can
Killing
you find you?
team.
You were ready.
They can find me. Polo Parata, Instagram.
Don't look for him.
Don't look for me. Double J Vintage, we have pins, we have hats, we have bags. Thank you to the Linda legend, Thurston Howlthe 3rd came to right now.
Yeah.
For coming through.
Pass you that
Thank you.
time.
Love and Loyalty Weekend, we're here. So
Yo, I had a question for you too, man. I want to do a show that I ask everybody is interested in me. Like, how did you get your name?
how did I get my name? Well, someone gave it to me because basically
Pirate or pirata?
pirate. I switched it to pirata because
Got a rep.
no, it's like so many people was like pirate this and pirate that. So I wanted to, you know, gear it to more the Portuguese because there's a lot of Brazilians that actually rock polo.
Yeah.
Which I found out because now then they start to follow me and they start to write me in Portuguese and they're like, oh, I never knew.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I did it, just to, you know, cause
Big amount.
yeah, just a big.
How did you get the Prince Low?
Oh, my mom gave me, I guess the West Indian background of prancing and just being around all over the place and can't hold your attention span. It's like, yo, you always prancing.
Yeah.
Yo, prancer. What going on, prancer? So I took Prancer the Dancer with Special Ed. And then when I got my L's, Prance Low. And that's how I got it.
24/7.
What about you, Robert?
Not
It's Robbie Fingers.
Robbie Fingers.
Oh, let him
I
know.
got my hands in everything. You know,
Yes,
I'm out here being
I
entrepreneurial.
like that.
I'm sleeping the same number of hours you are. I'm
That's my
working.
young shooter.
Yeah,
That's my
yeah.
young shooter right there.
What's up, man? I mean, how old are you again?
I'm 27.
27, yeah. Well, you're on the right path, man.
Appreciate
You're
that.
gonna get there a lot sooner than a lot of people.
Hey, we all gonna get there.
We was talking about that
Some
before,
sooner
too.
than others,
We're
man.
gonna-
I wish I would have started and had this mentality at a certain age, man. I would have been so
You
much
had to show the way
further
for
by then.
others, so here we are. You know.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
Yeah, part two, man. Part two, man. Write them questions down, man.
Now,
when I'm gonna chop them shit
No
down
doubt,
easy.
no doubt.
Right now we just having fun.
Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. And we
But
appreciate
yo, thank
it.
y'all for coming out, man. I appreciate y'all being out here. You know, I was happy to promote y'all because I'm proud of what y'all doing. Like you already know, I love the movement and I love everybody doing something productive and positive. You know, I salute what you do. Like I said, you have a great voice. You have everything to help carry this to what it needs to be. And everybody's ambition is shown, man. So just continue what you guys are doing, man. I'm listening. I see the cast is a little light right now. You know what I mean? I heard a lot of other voices in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? We need to throw some dominoes on the table to fill in or something. So echoes. So love is love.
You know,
It's winter, but you know, spring cleaning.
people come and go.
2019 coming soon.
People come and go on the show.
Exactly.
I don't know what's going on.
Nah, that's common with everything.
We
man.
show love to everybody that came, show they love, promoted how they had to promote it on their own pages. But other than that, we still here standing. That's why we in the 305 live.
Even in our family here, how we build, man, we shift through the dirt to find the gold.
There you go.
So everybody, you know, all the dirt pieces don't make it. So I mean, not to call anyone.
Nah, not at all.
Those who want to be here are going to be here, and they make that be known.
Yes.
And people take their position. You don't have to give it to them.
It sounds like Prince over there.
That's the truth, man. I've learned that. I'm
Talk to this guy more than you think.
Basement conversation. One on one.
Exactly.
Like, yo, everything is based around the work, man, and your motivation to do it and to get it done. Like I said before, the executioner. My team is full of executioners. And we're in the gun state where all the hammers is legal. So, y'all niggas better know what it is, because it's not a game. Because that's a qualification around this motherfucker.
Play if you want to.
You were ready.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Yeah. And then we ended on that.
Take it away, John.
Love and Loyalty Weekend, baby.
Right. Love and Loyalty Weekend 2018. We out here.
I gotta go. Time to go to sleep.
See y'all later.
Ciao.
Been there, rock that.
Yes, sir.
Yo, that shit was bro.
Oh man, I feel like I ain't even do nothing, man. Shout out to everybody who will be watching this video, paying attention to it now. Shout out to the whole in there.